Welcome to Buzz Talk Business Show. Each episode, we bring you news and interviews with local businesses, discuss business tips and advice on how to get started or the best out of your business. Welcome to Buzz Talk Business Show.
Hi there, I'm here with Gabby the photographer. Hello, Gabby.
Hello.
Now, apparently, we met before, and I have no idea, which is really bad, isn't it?
That's really bad. It's your memory.
I know. I keep saying to my wife, I keep forgetting things. And she goes, who are you? I said, I have no idea.
Well, I thought I would have left a little bit more of an impression, but clearly I didn't. So I need to change it.
Well, you made an
today.
impression on me and invited you back.
Apparently, Jack's got a picture of me dancing on the bar. I don't think that's correct somehow.
We might have actually, yeah. Was you there when we had the fitness lady as well? Yes.
Yeah, I definitely wasn't dancing on a bar.
No, you weren't.
But we're here to talk about Gabby, not me. As much as I'd like to talk about me.
Catch up with the next part of kind of a journey, and we haven't done one for a while.
Yes.
So
It's been about 4 years then in that case.
Yeah, it was well before. I think it was just before lockdown.
Just before
in between
lockdown.
lockdown or something.
Yeah.
Ages ago, anyway.
Yeah. So okay. So you are a photographer. What sort of photography do you specialise in?
See, I love this because there's so many people who go like, "Oh, you're a photographer. Are you doing X, Y, and Z?" And there's honestly over 100 different kind of photography ways you can do pictures. It's quite a lot. I specialise in brand photography.
Brand, as in companies.
Which is companies, businesses, small businesses I love to work with, and I love to help them.
Okay, beforehand you were showing me some of the pictures you've taken, and we touched upon phones, because obviously phones now are, the camera on them is so good. It's on some of these phones. Unfortunately, iPhone not so good, but the Samsung and the phone you have, you know, is absolutely amazing, and you got so many filters and things like that. But you still have a camera, don't you? You still have a digital camera.
Of course, there's nothing better than having proper equipment. Look at what equipment you have. I can use any kind of a quick microphone, but it won't give the same quality. And you want the quality you want, and you want the people behind it who know how to use a camera, so
Could
they can
you
actually
just
bring
speak
the
a bit more into the microphone, please? Thank you very much. Thank you. Yes.
You had to do that now,
I know.
did you?
Sorry. But yeah, you're right. Equipment is everything.
There is a difference. I mean, yes, you can do mobile photography, but it all depends what you want to use your photos for. And for certain ways of using your images, you need to have a proper camera and a professional who are actually doing it.
Okay, so you take the pictures, you go down to Boots, you hand them in, you get the pictures back.
No,
it doesn't work like that anymore. What happens?
I love that. He's really trying it on today. So no. So I think you're a small business, and when you look at it, there's over 80% of people around the world who are going somehow on some form of digital media.
Yeah.
Yeah, not everybody's on social media, but on digital media, I'll say that. And you want to be seen. So how do you want to be seen if you don't show up in any way for me? Just go and write something, you maybe have a logo, you might have other bits. I think as a business owner, you need to have all of it, because people are visuals.
Yes.
People remember things when they've seen it and grab their attention. Different things will grab different people's attentions, but that's why we're all individuals.
Yep.
So you need to make sure as a business owner that you show that individually. And that's why we're not just going to Boots and just printing pictures. That's why we're actually creating them, having them digitally, so you can use them everywhere in all of your marketing.
And I mean, you showed me a few techniques, you know, which I wouldn't even think of doing, but they're very, very simple, and they create, you know, some amazing media. Obviously, they're tricks of the trade and things like that, and you don't want to go giving loads and loads of stuff away on what you actually do. So, but you know, you took them on your camera. Obviously, that you then take them back to your office and you sit there on your laptop.
So let's go and pedal back, because when I actually meet a business owner and they're saying, actually, let's have a chat. What can we do? What can you do for me?
Okay.
I actually go in and have a chat with them to understand their business, first of all. And then they can see if I'm the right photographer for them. They might not like me, they might love me, whatever it is, but they need to be able to smile when they see me. So then the pictures will show it, because if they hate me, it's no point. Okay, starting there.
Yep.
Good point. Then when you go then the next step, you actually try and talk to people, and I have a workbook which customers then complete, which makes them really think about their business. I'll help them if they get stuck, and then we work from there, and then we put together a shoot list, we put together outfits, we put together locations. There's lots and lots of little bits. Then the day comes off the shoot, we'll have lots of fun, because I am not a business person who just doesn't like smiling and laughing. Has to be part of it. And then I go home, and then I actually start looking at them, and when there's the pictures which look weird, you know, these funny ones with the eyes closed or whatever.
Yep.
They go, and I make a decision which ones are the good ones. And then I edit them, work on different softwares I have, and then the customer can view them.
Okay, I mean, has photography always been a passion of yours, and like, as a kid growing up and things like that? Because, you know, you've got an amazing company. Okay, you take amazing pictures. You know, where did that come from? Was it just you woke up one day and said, "Oh, I want to be a photographer," or did it? You know, because I mean, my cousin's a professional photographer, and he was always taking pictures. Ever since he was like 8, he always had a camera. He was always taking pictures. So were you the same?
Well, I used to love taking pictures all the time I was little, and I had all these really cool little funky cameras. You know, I used to have the ones which you can print out and stuff like this.
Yeah.
I had the really funny ones, which are all modern now again. They're retro ones. Anyway, these ones. And then, but then I kind of stopped a little bit because work and other bits came in because I did something else before.
Yeah.
And then when I had my children, that's when I started taking the camera again. And I was like, I love taking pictures. And it was very clear that I actually love having people in my pictures.
Yeah.
I love taking pictures of clouds, don't get me wrong. I could probably take about 1,000 of them and other bits. And I love people when they can take wildlife photography. I admire them. I just couldn't sit still for like 4 weeks or whatever to get that one shot. Not me. So, but I love taking pictures, and that came, and then I evolved, and then I learned and played around to figure out what actually I like taking pictures of. It's a hard thing to figure out.
It is, and so you approach small business owners, found they like what you do, and away you went. You know, which is a fantastic story. You know, and the thing is with photography, I mean, they always say, "Oh, anyone can take pictures," but I don't think so. It's having that, as they call it, the eye, isn't it? That photographic eye.
I think it's with everything, isn't it? I mean, we look at everything. Somebody could try it. You could try and do plastering. You could try and do, I don't know, laying tiles. Whatever you want to do, you could try. Question is, do you really can do it in the end? And with photography, again, there's so many photographers who do things. But even you look at the wedding industry, which I don't really look into, but there are so many different pictures of a couple. Okay.
Yeah.
And they all look a bit different, and you need to figure out what you like as the consumer. And that's the same with brand photography, with commercial photography. You look at what the people do and then talk to them. So I wouldn't say I have a certain kind of a style. I try and work with my customer to get their personality out. So it's actually them in the pictures. And if they are smiley, funny, calm or whatever, that needs to show in the pictures.
That's a good point, actually, with the style, because people can recognise a photographer or a videographer by the style of the video or the photography they take. I like changing mine. When I do videography, I don't want to be a specific way. That's Jack's stuff. I like changing it. So people go, who is that kind of thing?
Exactly.
So, like photography is, like people say, we can take pictures from our phones, but the person who's going to take the pictures for you takes that away so you can focus. And obviously, it's having that engagement to make them feel relaxed, so they're going to smile and feel confident about them being taken a picture of, you know. I know a lot of people do still take pictures and go, no, don't like that, basically. It's kind of what you see as well. It's kind of wait for that kind of moment, isn't it? When they kind of relax in and go, there it is. Kind of go, you can't see that yourself. That's why you need a photographer.
Thing is, though, you're an artist at the end of the day, aren't you?
Yeah.
You are, you take a picture,
Yeah.
And it's a moment in time.
Yes.
And you could take 200 pictures, and one of them would be good, or you could just take one picture, and that could be the perfect picture. I mean, what's your... where do you aspire to be? Where is there like a gallery of photographers, or do you just want to keep working with small business owners? What's the plan for Gabby for the next few years?
For me, I just love being my own business owner. I just love doing what I do, that I don't have to worry about anybody else, and I can just be me and just help the customers to show up. So I just want to be seen as one of the main points to go to if you want to get your images done so you can actually tell your stories. That's for me. I don't want to be mega famous. I just want to have a life as well. So I love having fun and just being whatever I want to be.
Yeah. I want to kind of approach on LinkedIn, for instance. I mean, I'm not boasting, 8,000 followers, but I've seen their pictures and they look awful. They are just like from your Facebook. Make the effort, because that's kind of what people see the first thing. And maybe an idea of getting into dating world, because they have no idea what picture it is, because it's so much filtered down and it's pictures of their dogs, but it's a dating world. You need you on it, you know?
You say this, I have been approached by a couple of my customers who have taken business photos of, and they had to change and go onto dating apps, and they asked me to help them. And we created some pictures which actually showed them, and they were happy to actually use them then.
Yeah,
and help going forward.
If you're dating out there, that's what you need. You need you.
There we go.
Yeah.
Gabby the photographer. dating photographer.
I don't want to just do that. But you know what? But you need to make sure that you have a picture, and ideally is a picture actually who actually shows what you want to show the people. Remember, it's always nice to say, I have a picture of me on the beach. But is it actually who you want everybody else to see you?
Yeah.
Just think what people see when they see the picture.
That's a whole different conversation altogether, isn't it? Basically, because the that's the first thing they see within your company.
Yes.
Is normally your product and then you, or you and then your product.
Here's a
Quite
question.
often when you look around, sorry, Jack.
Yeah, go on.
Quite often it is a problem that you have the people who are actually then hiding behind their logo, or they're not showing, or they're showing a picture while they've been on holiday and having a drink of beer in a bar. That's not a business picture. That's a fun picture. You can put this in any of your whatever, put it in a reel or whatever, but it's not a picture. It should be up there. It should be a picture of you. If you like traveling, use a fun travel picture, but make sure it's a professional one.
Yeah. It's like you've got to be eye-catching as well, because obviously people look at things. It's a bit like swiping on a dating app, but you kind of do it in the business world. You kind of flavor, who do you want to connect with? Oh, he looks really friendly. Get that from your image. You're going to get a lot more attention.
Yeah, and then we get back to this no like and trusting, what everybody talks about. But it's true, isn't it? You wouldn't go out and buy something where you don't know what it is. You wouldn't go and, I don't know, send your kids to a school which you've never heard of. You would like to know little bits about it. And it can be as small as 5 people or whatever, big people. You just need to make sure it just is something you start knowing and you're looking. And more people always look up. I think it's about 82% of consumers look first and research before they buy. So if they then see something they like, visual again, if that's a camera from a good photo, if that's a video, and then they write words with it, I think the whole thing is under package, and that's what you need.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that comes back to the digital age, though, doesn't it? The age we live in, people do. They sit there on their phone. Oh, I like that. Let's just have a quick look, and they read the reviews and things like that. So they're getting to but with obviously photography, they get to know the products and you at the same time, which is fantastic. Thank you very much, Gabby. We need to have another chat at some point, just a little catch up in a few months' time.
Thank you for having me. It was really good fun.
No, that's good.
This place here as well. It's fantastic.
Thank you.
Well, if you think of another kind of episode you would like to get more out from, give me a shout and we'll do another episode.
Cool. We'll do that, definitely.
Brilliant. Thank you.
Thank you.
Here at SMJ Media Group, we are a non-profit company providing fun, free content for local businesses. If you like our content and would like to support us, please visit buymeacoffee.com/SMJ Media Group and buy us a coffee.